When we travel, we expect to be uncomfortable. We long for the security and the comfort of home. But here at Best Western, we focus on providing you with the most ample accommodations imaginable. We want to be your home away from home. Your security and comfort when the road is long. We want to gather and build friendships and families, strengthen community, and sustain athleticism. Here, we celebrate fun, hard work, and enjoy the wonderful world around us. Here, we want your downtime to be just as amazing as your game time. And finally, when it's time to leave, we hope you'll want to stay.
The NCCA mission states, "We are an association of Christ-centered collegiate institutions whose mission is to use athletic competition as an integral component of education, evangelism, and encouragement." The impact of the NCCAA has been felt for 50 years throughout the country and around the world. Encouraging mission trips is at the heart of this impact. We know short-term missions impacts everyone involved and changes the trajectory of lives. Sometimes it can affect the missionary as much or more than those being served. Our Sports Ministry Fund has supported more than 5,000 individuals via domestic and international missions. We exist not only to crown national champions, but to share the love of Christ wherever it is needed.
A trip to McAllister's is like visiting a lifelong friend. One who believes the recipe for good times calls for heartfelt conversation over a handcrafted meal. Knows just how you like your tea, always has a refill ready, and welcomes every guest with their favorite food made to order. The kind of friend who is always up for trying something new, and who you can count on for that familiar feeling of home. McAllister's Deli. Great food brings us together.
Welcome into historic Tysinger Gymnasium for tonight's men's conference game in the Conference Carolinas between the North Greenville Crusaders and the Southern Wesleyan Warriors. I'm Kay Crenshaw. Glad to have you with us here on the SWU Sports Network tonight in a matchup of two teams in what should be a very, very exciting game. Make sure you clear your calendar for the rest of this Tuesday evening and pencil in Warrior basketball. We'll pause for starting lineups and the national anthem. Back here on the SWU Sports Network, you look at the North Greenville Crusaders sitting at 3-3 overall in the season, coming fresh off of a big conference win over Chowan, 83-81 on the road. And for the Warriors, already doubling their win total from a year ago, now here in the second year of the Nick Pasqua era for Warrior basketball. Not only are the Warriors sitting at 4-2, but also undefeated in the conference, coming off of a 72-67 win over Mount Olive. And to add on to that, the Warriors have won 3 straight games, beating North Georgia, Carson Newman on the road, and Mount Olive on the road as well. Now, to catch you up to date here, North Greenville will start out with 2 technical foul shots, as SWU was assisted a technical foul as a team due to a broken shot clock on the home side. So 1 technical free throw. And ladies and gentlemen, it's game time in historic Tisinger. It's the Southern Wesleyan Warriors versus the North Greenville Crusaders, and here we go. Opening tip. It's punched away. And they're going to say that it'll be Warrior basketball. Correction, Crusader basketball. Southern Wesleyan will go immediately to a full court pressure. Inbounds here goes to DJ Brooks, a transfer in from Mercer University. He's going to be defended by TJ Dunlap, the freshman point guard out of Columbia. Brooks swings over up to Jalen Coakley now, far side. Top of the key is Coakley, kicked it over to Conley. Conley, jumper is short, rebound by Hunter Davis. Davis will give way to Dunlap, and here comes the Warrior offense. Jalen Lowry kicks over now. TJ Harvin on the left side. Lots of new faces on this Warrior team, just 4 returning players from a year ago. Dunlap drives in, kicks back outside. That's Harvin for 3, no good. Rebound bounces far off the rim. It's been brought down by DJ Brooks. Now back out to Mason Zick from 3, no good. Loose rebound brought down by Hunter Davis. His second rebound of the night. 4 passes Solomon Smith. Can't be held on to. Now kicked over far side of Jalen Lowry in the corner. Will bring it back out closer to the top of the key. Still on the right wing. 3-point shot from Lowry is good. And the Warriors get their first lead of the night. Up 3-1. Jamison now kicks back to Joe Conley. Conley gives way to Brooks. Brooks from deep 3-point range, no good. And a foul will be headed the other way as when Davis went up for the rebound, pushed from behind by Coakley. And that'll be a Crusader foul. Nick Passwell coach team is going to run a quick offense, and they're going to love the outside shot. Maybe scrappy at times, strong defensively. Davis over to Harvin now in the paint, kicks back outside to Dunlap on the left wing. He'll get a screen from Davis, draw 2 defenders. They had Davis in the paint, but couldn't get it to him. Back to Dunlap. Spin move, goes up. Shot doesn't fall, but he will draw the foul. TJ Dunlap will head to the free throw line as DJ Brooks picks up his first foul and North Greenville's second team foul here in the opening half. TJ Dunlap on the season shooting just over 90% from the free throw line. First shot up and good. Two for 2. Full court pressure from the Warriors. Brooks will get it inbounds now. Up the floor to Zick. Zick's going to be stopped now, kick back over to Brooks. Look to penetrate, brings it back outside. Zick swings it side left. Over to Jamison. Jamison back to the top of the key. That's Conley from 3-point range, no good. Rebound brought down by Harvin. Harvin gives way to Dunlap, and here comes the Warrior offense. Gets a screen from Davis. Dunlap, step back 3, no good. Rebound Davis. The putback doesn't fall. Loose rebound brought down by Brooks. Far side to Zick. Looked at the 3, pump fake, drives inside. Puts up the left-handed runner, no good. Kicks back outside now to Coakley. His 3-point shot can't fall. Rebound from Jalen Lowry. A 5-1, our score here in the opening half. The Warriors in the lead. Lowry drives inside, and he's going to be whistled for the travel. Trenard Farrell into the game for the Warriors. As we see Hunter Davis and TJ Harvin, along with Solomon Smith, all head to the bench. Also checking into the contest for the Warriors, you have Clenzo Ross and Cameron Holmes. Brooks here on the left side. He's going to be defended by Dunlap. Step back, three is good from TJ Brooks. 5-4 now, Warriors lead. Dunlap nearly lost the pass, but he's able to regain control. Ross has it on the left side. Back up the top to Holmes from three. No good, rims out. Rebound by Coakley. Zick in the corner on the left wing. Draws back to the top of the key. Kicks over to Coakley. Jamison inside to Zick. Back up top to Conley. Conley drives, spin move, stopped by two defenders. Can't get the bucket to fall. Rebound from Dunlap. Lowry from three. No good. Rebound, Jamison. And Coakley will take it coast to coast and get the bucket. North Greenville now regain that lead, 6-5. Dunlap on the right wing, kicks to the top to Ross from three, no good. The Warriors struggling from three-point range early, and that's their specialty. Shot no good, rebound from Farrell. Ross on the near sideline, drives in the paint. Gets the runner to go. Loose ball stolen away by Ross. Foul on the play. And that's going to be on DJ Brooks. That's two quick fouls for DJ Brooks. A big-time player for the Crusaders. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with him. 14:43 to go here in the opening half. Southern Wesleyan leads North Greenville 7-6. Stay tuned. More Warrior basketball still to come here on the SWU Sports Network.
A trip to McAllister's is like visiting a lifelong friend, one who believes that good times call for heartfelt conversation over a handcrafted meal, and who you can count on for that familiar feeling of home. McAllister's Deli. Great food brings us together.
.43 left here in the opening half as Southern Wesleyan leads North Greenville 7-6. You think back a year ago, and these are two totally different teams. But think back to the first meeting between these two squads last year, and we saw the first win of the Nick Pasqua era in late November, just after Thanksgiving, with a 66-65 overtime road victory for the Warriors over North Greenville. TJ Harvin back in the game now. Gives over to Edwin Brady, who's seeing his first action of the night. Cameron Holmes at the top of the key to Brady from three. No good. Rebound Holmes, put back too strong. Farrell brings it down. He's fouled. Going back up, and they'll head to the charity stripe for two. Cade Crenshaw here with you alongside Southern Wesleyan Athletic Director Chris Williams. And Chris, you look at a valiant effort from the women in the game that took place just prior to this one, facing a 25-point deficit at one point to fight back and dwindle the lead down to just 4, especially when it mattered most late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, the ladies pulled it together really late in the fourth quarter, and I thought the defensive intensity was the difference. Made them much more aggressive offensively. And honestly, if we would have knocked down foul shots in the rest of the game, we would have won it. There's 17 missed foul shots.
Bringing up the floor here is David Muncy. Is stolen away from Ross. Up the floor to Cameron Holmes. Can't hang on to the pass as it'll slip out of bounds and be a Warrior turnover.
It's going to be interesting for me tonight to watch our guys who have just received honorable mention votes in the region for the first time since we turned D2.
Nick Pasqua has this team looking completely different in year 2. Now on the far side to Muncy. They'll bring it back up to the top, defended by Ross. Drives White Ring, kicks away. Jacob Redding now over to Coakley. Coakley over to Jamison inside, kicks back out to Muncy. 10 on the shot clock. Stolen away there by Harvin. He looks up the floor, finds a teammate, has the ball stripped away there from Jamison. It's 1-on-2. He'll drive in, get the bucket and the foul. C.J. Jamison will get the score there as Farrell will pick up his first foul of the night.
Farrell not able to get himself outside of the arc on that one and was probably moving a tad to the side, but more importantly was inside the arc, which is going to be an automatic block call against you defensively.
Jamison shooting 66% from the free throw line this season. And he'll complete the three-point play. 13:40 remains here in the opening half.
Warriors have struggled from the perimeter early here in the first half, which is abnormal for us. We'll see what happens if they can get on a little momentum.
Ross from 3. He got it. Clenzo Ross gets his first three-point shot of the night to take him to 5 points. Jamison now at midcourt. He's going to be defended by Holmes. Tight defensive pressure here from the Warriors in the half court. Conley's pass goes over to Muncy. Kick back outside now. Jamison from 3. He got it as North Greenville answers.
Quick look there by Jamison. The release was really quick and able to knock it down, nothing but net.
Tie ball game here, all at 12. Farrell to Brady now. Switch defenders inside to Farrell, back outside to Ross. They had Dunlap open in the corner. Instead, Ross drives it in and puts it off the glass.
Beautiful right-handed with the spin off the glass from Ross.
Ross has 7. Coakley gets a screen. Mid-range jumper from 11 feet out, no good. Brought down by Ross. Ross playing a big role for the Warriors here coming off the bench. Cameron Holmes drives in. Runner is short, but Farrell's there for the rebound. Physicality in the paint gets the second chance opportunity.
That was all T. Farrell there, the 6'7" forward from Hartsville, South Carolina. All muscle.
And an injury there, as I believe that's going to be Joe Conley from North Greenville going down as he's favoring his face region, maybe an eye injury. Timeout on the floor, we'll take it with him. 11:55 to go here in the first half. You're listening to Warrior Basketball.
A trip to McAllister's is like visiting a lifelong friend. One who believes the recipe for good times calls for heartfelt conversation over a handcrafted meal. Knows just how you like your tea, always has a refill ready, and welcomes every guest with their favorite food made to order. The kind of friend who is always up for trying something new, and who you can count on for that familiar feeling of home. McAllister's Deli. Great food brings us together.
Finish it out. 11:55 to go here in the opening half as Southern Wesleyan leads North Greenville 16-12. Alongside Chris Williams, I'm Cade Crenshaw here on the SWU Sports Network. Warriors will have the inbounds. And Clenzo Ross will be bringing it up for Nick Pasqua's squad. Davis on the far wing. Solomon Smith, as we see, checks back into the game. Davis at the top of the key looking for an open Warrior. Finds Dunlap now on the right wing. Crossover dribble. Puts up a running shot. No good. Loose rebound brought down there by Jamison. He'll move up the floor. Kick it far side to Jacob Redding from three. It's no good. Dunlap brings down the rebound. Corner to Brady. Tries going inside to Smith. He does. Smith, turnaround jumper, just rims out. But he's there for the second opportunity. Brings down the third rebound. Whistles blow for a jump ball, and it'll be Warrior basketball.
Smith is one of the best second and third jumpers that I've seen at this level, where he's able to beat you back to the ball the second and third time. Huge advantage for a young man who's able to get up that quick and with his length.
Ryan Mobley checking into the game for North Greenville. Davis gives the handoff to Ross. Looked at the shot. Now back to the top of the key to Smith. Far side to Brady. Brady drives left hand, goes cross court to Ross in the corner. Runner's going to be short. Smith once again goes for the jump, but can't hang on to the rebound. And he'll fall out of bounds, and we see Jalen Lowry returning to action and for Clenzo Ross.
Pretty good defensive set back-to-back there for the Crusaders as they continue to stay in man-to-man. See if the Warriors can get something on their backdoor cuts here as they're really pushing out onto the perimeter and the shooters.
Mobley will bring it up. He's going to be defended by Davis. Zick goes in the corner to Redding from three. He got it. Jacob Redding, the junior from Fort Wayne, Indiana, with his first points of the night. Dunlap to Lowry, back out to Brady now to the top of the key to Davis. 10-18 remains in the first half. Davis nearly has it stolen away. Pulls up for a nice turnaround J from the block. Up the floor now. Muncie, that's going to be going the other way.
Really should have been an easy call. He was well outside of the arcs, and he was in great position and actually was falling before he got touched, but then did get hammered.
A little hesitation there on my part based on the referee discussion, but it is an offensive foul on North Greenville.
Yeah, very good giving up the body there. Good positioning, good help defense. All things that have been a foundation under Coach Pasqua and Coach Carter here for the Warriors.
18-15 our score. Warriors leading. Just under 10 minutes to go here in the opening half. Lowry inside to Smith on the elbow. Tries going to Brady on the cut. Has to kick back out to Lowry now.
You can tell both teams have had a good scout. As Hunter Davis finishes back-to-back shots here. Davis with just fantastic touch off the glass.
Hunter Davis, a transfer in from Dodge City Community College in his junior season. Zick moves to the top of the key, kicks back to Mobley. Mobley far side to Kirkpatrick, and whistles blow before Reddy can get off the shot. And it'll be going the other way. An offensive foul on Ryan Mobley.
Looked like a moving screen there, just didn't have his feet and shoulders set. Ref calls him for the offensive foul.
Mobley's first of the night. Dunlap gets the play call in from Pasqua on the sidelines, and the Warriors offense begins to move. Smith drives in, gets the bucket to go off the glass.
Good screen and go there for Smith, and the Warriors get another two off the glass.
Top of the key to Redding. Has to kick far side to Muncie. Tried sidestepping his defender in Davis, but just catches a body, and it'll be a foul on Hunter Davis, his first. Fresh faces for the Warriors. We see Cameron Holmes check in along with Farrell, Harvin, and Ross, as Dunlap Davis, Brady, and Smith all head to the sidelines. Jalen Lowry, the only Warrior unchanged. And bounce pass will head to Jalen Coakley now as he returns to the floor for North Greenville. Deep three from Coakley. No good. Rebound from Holmes. Ross on the white wing. They go inside to Farrell. Farrell gives way to Lowry. Gets the bucket inside the arc.
That's 8 straight points for the Warriors inside the arc against the Crusaders.
Redding on the far sideline now. Still needs to cross the timeline, nearly stolen away. But Coakley is able to bring it in. Just over 8 minutes remain in the first half. Muncie now on the left side, defended by Holmes. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Three-pointer from Mobley is good.
Good shot there by Mobley with a little hesitation dribble. Got the defender off of him for enough space to knock it down.
Inside now to Holmes. Back out to Farrell. Farrell from three. No good off the front of the rim. Rebound Redding.
Not the shot Coach Pass was looking for after 4 shots within the paint for the Warriors.
Mobley now on the left wing. Swings it around to Redding. Far side now to Coakley. Mobley driving in. Back to Kirkpatrick from three. No good off the front of the rim. Loose rebound brought down by the Warriors. As Jalen Lowry fell on it. Gets back up. And Harvin will bring it up the floor.
This game has slowed down to a half-court set on either end. The first part of the half opened up with it being a horse race.
Lowry on the far wing now will bring it back out as Pascal will get the play call in, and the Warriors will reset their offense. Harvin backs up Muncie. Far side to Lowry from three. No good off the back rim. Let's just try getting it off before the shot clock. Forward pass now to Kirkpatrick. Farrell's there. And will bring down the rebound. Clenzo Ross from three. Got it.
Good extra pass by Cameron there. Ross right in his motion. He knocks it down.
27-18 our score. Warriors leading. Warriors attempting the midcourt trap. Muncie, step back three. No good. Rebound Ross. Harvin from three. He got it. And as you mentioned earlier, Chris, unusually the Warriors were struggling from three-point range in the early game. Now things are clicking.
Yeah, these guys can shoot it. And when they get their offense going where they're cutting through, especially in the back door, it leaves you wide open, especially like Cameron had with that extra pass to Ross. You just can't defend the 5 out, nobody in. You can't defend it. If you're going to give up something, you're giving up the outside, and these guys can knock it down.
Just 2 wins a year ago, already doubled that win total 6 games into the season. What do you see as different about Nick Pasqua's team in year 2 versus his beginning year?
He demands excellence. And I think right now he also has enough guys that he can go hard all the time. Where last year he had to massage what we had. He was playing with 6-7 guys. And he was competitive with that group. So it's good to see him now with a little bit more talent, a lot more depth, and guys that are now buying into the system.
6:01 remaining here in the first half. Warriors lead by 12.
Not sure what that was about. I assume that it went straight into a media timeout after that. So,
well, folks, we'll take it with them. 6:01 left here in the first half of play. You're listening to Warrior Basketball only on the SWU Sports Network.
A trip to McAllister's is like visiting a lifelong friend, one who believes that good times call for heartfelt conversation over a handcrafted meal, and who you can count on for that familiar feeling of home. McAllister's Deli. Great food brings us together.
6:01 remaining here in the first half of play, as Cameron Holmes will have a kickball there.
This has been a staple of the Warriors, too, the full court pressure, which really helps them to play faster and aggressive.
Nico Jackson, in his first action of the night, has control for North Greenville. Gives over to Mobley, far side of Jamison, now to Coakley. Coakley right in front of the Warrior bench. Can be defended by Holmes. Kicks far side. Now to the top of the key. Three-point shot from Mobley is good.
Mobley, nice shot there with Cameron on him. Actually, Ross on him. Mobley able to just stand there and get a good follow-through. Knocks down the three ball.
Farrell now in the paint. Tries putting up a shot on Conley. It's going to be deflected, and North Greenville will bring it up the floor.
Good defense there by Conley, who's back in the ball game after an injury earlier in the first half.
Left side to Jamison. Stolen away by Lowry. Jalen Lowry now will hesitate. Tried giving away to Farrell, and is poked away from Conley.
Coach Pasqua not real happy with that turnover. Going to sub 5 new ones in.
And that's going to be going the other way, as Clenzo Ross got his feet set according to the referee and drew the offensive foul from Coakley, who picks up his second personal foul. New faces, Solomon Smith, Brady, Dunlap, and Davis all return to the game.
You got to wonder, too, if the scout against North Greenville is to run numbers at them, because Coach Pasqua's really gone hard with, in effect, line changes here in this first half. Trying to keep guys fresh, and maybe, I don't know, North Greenville maybe doesn't play that many people. I'm not sure.
4:38 now remains in the first half. Inside to Smith, who just snuck behind his defender but can't connect on the inside bucket.
Great pass. Smith's got to finish that one or get fouled.
Jackson defended by Brady. Moves left to right. Nearly stolen away by Dunlap. Right wing three from Mobley is good.
I'm telling you, Mobley somehow is able to get these shots off, because he had Hunter Davis on him there, and Hunter Davis is able to get a good length with his arms. At 6'7", he shot it clearly over the top of him.
Harvin on the left wing, now back to Davis.
2-3 zone now for the Crusaders.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Back out to Brady, to Smith from three. No good. Rebound, Brady. And Brady tripped over his own feet, I believe. Sails out of bounds. Will be Crusader basketball.
2 unselfish there by the Warriors. We gave up a 2-footer for a 21-footer. I'd take the 2-footer every time.
And a timeout from Coach Pasqua. We'll take it with him. 3:40 to go here in the first half of play. Stay tuned. More Warrior basketball still to come here on the SWU Sports Network. Back here on the SWU Sports Network, North Greenville will get the inbounds to Danico Jackson. Jackson defended by Brady at the midcourt. a screen from Conley. Jackson still holding on to possession. Tried kicking it back over to Conley, and Conley somehow saves it before he's tripped and fouled by Edwin Brady, as he'll pick up his first foul of the game. Clinzo Ross returns to action for TJ Harvin.
Warriors are going to stay in their man-to-man. They'll switch guard to guard and post player to post player. And it actually looked like there that they stuck it, or staying on their man with Mobley, not to allow him to get that open three.
Mobley will step over the line on the inbounds pass, and it'll be Warrior basketball.
Wow, that's a needless turnover by Mobley and the Crusaders.
6-point lead for the Warriors. Just over 3 minutes left until the break. Dunlap at the top of the key, gives left side to Brady, now to Ross. Back outside now. Dunlap will drive in, pull up for the mid-range jumper, and he got it.
Good penetration off the elbow there for Dunlap.
Mobley with quick speed now moves up the floor, and Dunlap is whistled for the foul on the steal.
Mobley did a good job there of holding off Dunlap, and Dunlap had to cut in front and maybe even grab the left hip in order to expose the ball. Gets called for the foul.
Mobley takes a step back now to ensure he doesn't step over that line on the inbounds pass. He'll get it into Jackson, under 3 to play. Mobley from deep 3 range, no good off the front of the rim. Dunlap will bring it down. Davis can't hang on to the alley-oop. It'll slip through his fingers and be Crusader basketball. Eight-point lead for SWU. Jamison on the left wing, going to be double teamed. Gets it away to Conley. Mobley left wide open, can't convert from deep. Ross with the rebound.
Mobley with a wide open look. First time he's really been that wide open. Surprised he didn't knock it down.
Jackson will pick up a foul. As we see both Cameron Holmes and Jalen Lowry check in for the Warriors, along with Jacob Redding of North Greenville.
This next 2:19 will really determine what the second half may look like. The Warriors could extend this out to a double-digit lead, or the Crusaders could pull it together and make this a tight game going into halftime. See which team prevails.
Ross converts a free throw. He'll earn a second chance, shooting 70% from the line this season. He's having a big year off the bench with 4 double-digit performances. Second free throw, just the same. 2 for 2 from the line for Ross.
Little man pressure here by the Warriors.
Jackson will have it for the Crusaders, defended by Ross. Moves right side. Brings it back over. That's Coakley. Jamison defended by Dunlap, drives inside. He runs into Solomon Smith. Has to pick up his dribble. Looking for a teammate, finds Redding. Redding tries throwing up a layup to draw the foul, can't get it. But Jamison's there for the putback to beat the shot clock.
Great composure by the Crusaders to get 2 off the glass late in the shot clock.
Dunlap with a crossover dribble, has to pick it up. Ross from 3, no good. Rebound by Jamison. Jamison loses his footing there, gives way to Jackson. Jamison sort of limping there as he gets up, gingerly. Jackson gets the runner to go. His first points of the night.
Good bucket by Jackson, the junior out of Riverside, Illinois. And right now it looks like the Crusaders are the ones who are going to take advantage of this last 2 minutes.
Under a minute to go. Smith gives way to Holmes now. Warriors leading by 6. Ross from 3, he got it. Clinzo Ross once again converts from deep, and that'll extend the Warrior lead to 9. Jackson dribbles nearly poked away from Holmes. Has to kick it back out to Redding from 3. He got it as North Greenville will answer. Timeout, North Greenville. 28.3 seconds remain as the Warriors lead 37-31 as we're approaching the halftime break. Timeout, Warriors will take it with them. Stay tuned. More Warrior basketball still to come here on the Swoosh Sports Network.
A trip to McAllister's is like visiting a lifelong friend, one who believes that good times call for heartfelt conversation over a handcrafted meal, and who you can count on for that familiar feeling of home. McAllister's Deli. Great food brings us together.
28.3 seconds remain here in the opening half. Kate Crenshaw alongside Chris Williams as the Warriors are leading North Greenville 37-31.
Quick shout out to our assistant SID, Holly Richardson. Had surgery this morning. Hope she's feeling great, or at least better.
Dunlap now at the top of the key. Gives over to Ross, inside to Smith. Back to the top of the key to a wide open Dunlap from 3. He got it.
Good ball rotation by the Warriors, and a 3 to end the half. Up 40-31.
A 9-point lead is what the Warriors will take into the locker rooms. Folks, stay tuned. An exciting second half should be in store for us here in historic Tysonshire. For Chris Williams, I'm Kay Crenshaw. That wraps up the first half of play. Stay tuned. More Warrior basketball is coming up here in 15 minutes on the Conference Carolinas Digital Network, your home for Southern Wesleyan basketball.
When we travel, we expect to be uncomfortable. We long for the security and the comfort of home. But here at Best Western, we focus on providing you with the most ample accommodations imaginable. We want to be your home away from home. Your security and comfort when the road is long. We want to gather and build friendships and families, strengthen community, and sustain athleticism. Here, we celebrate fun, hard work, and enjoy the wonderful world around us. Here, we want your downtime to be just as amazing as your game time. And finally, when it's time to leave, we hope you'll want to stay.
A trip to McAllister's is like visiting a lifelong friend. One who believes the recipe for good times calls for heartfelt conversation over a handcrafted meal. Knows just how you like your tea, always has a refill ready, and welcomes every guest with their favorite food made to order. The kind of friend who is always up for trying something new, and who you can count on for that familiar feeling of home. McAllister's Deli. Great food brings us together.
Back here on the SWU Sports Network, a family network of the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. Cade Crenshaw alongside SWU Athletic Director Chris Williams with you here on a Tuesday evening. Southern Wesleyan coming out of the half, leading 40-31, make it 33 as Mason Zick picks up his first bucket of the night.
I find it interesting after timeouts and halftime to see what changes or adjustments that coaches make.
Hunter Davis responds on the other end. He's now have 6 points on the night.
Little slip screen there by Hunter Davis off the glass for 2.
DJ Brooks at the top of the key gives way to Zick. Now near sideline to Coakley underneath the basket. Shot up from Conley, no good. And as Dunlap went for the rebound, he was fouled from behind by Zick. That'll be Mason Zick's first foul of the contest.
Dunlap, one of the smallest people on the floor, actually ends up being a great defensive rebounder, which actually triggers the transition game for the Warriors.
Dunlap, the smallest rostered player on either team, tied with Danico Jackson, the point guard for North Greenville, standing at just 5'10". Dunlap from 3. He got it. Jay Dunlap now in double digits with 10 points.
Little half-court trap by the Warriors forces a timeout call. North Greenville's going to have to burn one here early in the second half.
We'll keep it here. 18:35 left in the ball game with Southern Wesleyan leading 45-33.
It's already an adjustment by the Warriors to come out in what I would call a half-court trap and kind of lure them across. Early on and in the first half, the Warriors were allowing the ball to go down deep into the sideline and then come from behind to try to get the double team. This time they forced it early just over the timeline.
A big first half we saw from Clenzo Ross, finishing with 15 points, shooting 5 of 8 from the field, including sinking 3 3-pointers. And Chris, you look at the performance he had against Mount Olive, not his usual stuff. Just 5 points, shooting 28% of the field. A complete bounce-back game for Clenzo Ross.
Clenzo's really the guy that's kind of the glue. So when Clenzo kind of is going, it makes everybody else tick a little bit better. Dunlap is the one that facilitates everything, but it really runs through Ross, in particular on the offensive end. So it's great to see the guys pick it up at Mount Olive, in particular on the road. But again tonight, you can see what Ross is able to do for this offense.
18:35 left here in the ball game. North Greenville will have the inbounds on the far sideline. They'll give it in to DJ Brooks, a senior guard out of Simpsonville. Came to North Greenville via transfer from Mercer University. Misses a layup there. Rebound from Hunter Davis. Up the court now to Jalen Lowry. His shot's deflected out of bounds.
Good pass there by T.J. Harvin to get that ball up the floor quick. Nothing beats a pass down the floor.
Lowry will take it out of bounds. Goes into Smith, gives way to Dunlap. Haskell gets the play call in from the sideline. In the corner to Harvin. He'll drive in, kick it to the opposite corner to Lowry, who will bring it back out to the left wing, now inside to Smith in the paint. Gives way to Hunter Davis, and what a beautiful handoff pass from Smith.
2 backdoor cuts for Davis here early in the second half. That's 2 more than we saw the whole first half. Coach Lister fired up on that call there as he felt like his man was bodied out of bounds.
C.J. Davidson rode the sideline, was defended by Dunlap and a fellow Warrior. Steps on the far sideline as he fell to the ground. It'll be Warrior basketball. And as you mentioned, Chad Lister, head coach of the Crusaders, now in his 17th season, is not happy.
On the road, it's tough to take those calls, and I've been there where Coach Lister is right now, a little frustrated that his guys are being out-aggressive here early second half.
Lowry goes inside to Smith, gets the bucket to go off the glass.
That's 3 backdoor cuts here, less than 3 minutes in the second half.
Mason Zick broke the full court press for North Greenville. He now has on the left wing. Defended by Davis, gets a screen from Conley, now gives way to Coakley, back to Zick in the corner. Pulls up from 3, no good off the front rim, rebound by Harvin.
Great box out by the Warriors, puts it into transition with Dunlap down the right side.
Inside to Solomon Smith, now he'll back up his defender. Now to Davis, looked at the 3, spin move, puts up the left-handed shot, no good. Smith nearly came down with the rebound, but North Greenville will be a one-on-one attack. That's Coakley. And Dunlap will be whistled for the foul, and he's not happy with that one.
I can see why Dunlap would think he got all ball, but from where the referee was, it clearly was a foul. He was on the backside of it, and he has to make that call. Dunlap, though, put himself in a good spot to try to challenge the shot in a one-on-one situation.
2 Columbia, South Carolina natives going head-to-head there. Coakley now in his redshirt junior year from Airport High School sinks the first free throw. Coakley, a 79% shooter on the season through 6 games.
Number 4, Jacob Redding from Fort Wayne, Indiana, subbing in for the Crusaders.
.45 remaining in the ball game. Warriors lead 49-35. Harvin looked at the 3 after he caught the screen from Smith. Instead goes to the corner to Lowry. Brings it back around now. Dunlap will drive the paint, put up a shot, and he'll get it to go and one. Jay Dunlap with a big bucket there as he drew the foul on the drive.
Dunlap is just an amazing point guard who can facilitate, but he can also score inside against the bigs. Again, we talked about this at 5'10". He plays much larger, especially close to the rim.
Four new Warriors step onto the court. That's Farrell, Ross, Holmes, and Brady. As we see all Warriors except for Dunlap make an exchange.
Dunlap's a special guard. He can do it all. Shoot the 3, dribble penetration, and deliver passes. He'll also play for you hard on the far end. Sets the tone for the defense.
Under-recruited, mostly due to his height, was named All-State as a senior of Westwood High School in Columbia. Under-recruited and was maybe just one of those guys that was able to slip through the cracks, and Nick Pascal was able to find a diamond at the bottom of the barrel.
C.J. Jamison with the pull-up J for the Crusaders.
Whistles blow on the pass, and that's going to be on Jacob Redding, his first of the game. Interesting note of Jacob Redding, loves old movies. And when thinking about what his life movie would be, says Mark Wahlberg would be the best actor to play him in a movie. Inbounds pass goes to Farrell in the corner. Brady now in the left corner, kicks back over the home. They swing it around inside to Farrell. Backdoor cut to Ross with the rim rocker. He'll slam it home. Under 16 minutes to play.
Again, we talked about this earlier, and I hate to keep drumming it, but that's 5 now backdoor cuts by the Warriors.
DJ Brooks responds with a big 3 for North Greenville. 14-point lead for the Warriors. Ross will back his defender down, can't get the turnaround jumper to fall. Once again, the Warriors are able to put in that half-court pressure. Brooks for three, short, rebound Ross. Pressured there from North Greenville. He's going to be fouled by C.J. Jamison, his first. Officials timeout will take it with them. 15-13 remaining here in the first half of play, rather in the ball game, as Southern Wesleyan leads North Greenville by 14. Stay tuned, more Warrior basketball still to come right here on the SWU Sports Network.
A trip to McAllister's is like visiting a lifelong friend. One who believes the recipe for good times calls for heartfelt conversation over a handcrafted meal. Knows just how you like your tea, always has a refill ready, and welcomes every guest with their favorite food made to order. The kind of friend who is always up for trying something new, and who you can count on for that familiar feeling of home. McAllister's Deli. Great food brings us together.
Back here for Warrior basketball, just over 15 minutes left to play in this Conference Carolinas matchup with the North Greenville Crusaders and our Southern Wesleyan Warriors.
We'll see what Coach Lister has coming out of this timeout to see if he can slow down the Warriors in this half-court set. They got to come up with something because the Warriors have got it moving right now on offense.
Farrell up to the top to Holmes. He'll swing right. Moves back outside to Brady, now to Ross. Gets a screen from Farrell. They had the backdoor cut. Ross pulls it back. Fade away jumper's good from Ross. He's got 19 points. Out of bounds, last touched by the Warriors.
Tough no call there. It looked like the Crusaders were over the top. And we're checking the 30-second clock to see if it was a total reset or not.
They'll get it into Jamison. Now back to the corner to Brooks. Brings it to the top of the key. Brooks will drive inside. Gets the running layup. He has 8 points on the night. Warriors lead by 14. Gives way to Dunlap. Short range jumper's good from the freshman.
TJ had nice two dribbles into the seam of that 2-3 zone of the Crusaders for two.
Now 14 points on the night for Dunlap.
Warriors stay in this switching man-to-man defense as the Crusaders are 5 out, nobody in.
8 on the shot clock. Jamison kicks back out to Brooks. He'll look for the three. He got it.
Back-to-back points there for the Crusaders and Brooks.
Brooks now has 11 points. Swinging around, Holmes from three. The Warriors can't answer. Rebound there from Coakley.
Right now, Brooks is the hot hand for the Crusaders.
And he'll stay hot with back-to-back threes.
8-0 run for Brooks and the Crusaders.
The lead has been cut to 10. A slight momentum shift here in the second half from Central to Tigerville. Dunlap will drive in, kick it back out. Brady from three. No good. Rebound from Coakley.
Tough shot as that pass was too high for Brady and he couldn't get his feet set. The 2-3 zone of the Crusaders has really slowed the Warriors down here in the last few minutes.
Coakley from three, no good. Rebound Farrell. Warrior offense will look to catch some spark here. Ross from three, no good off the front of the rim, and it'll sail out of bounds on the back baseline. Fresh faces in that rotation for the Warriors once again. Davis returns along with Harvin, Smith, and Jalen Lowry.
So it looks like man full here for the Warriors at 12-14. This is where Coach Pasco likes to see if he can put the hammer down with some full court pressure to really get his transition game moving.
And he's got 4 fresh bodies to do it. DJ Brooks moves to the left side. He's scored 8 straight points. Reading back over to Mobley, who had the hot hand from 3 in the first half. He's going to be defended by Davis. Tries shaking his defender on the left side. Catches a screen, step back 3, and it's good. You can't defend that much better than what Hunter Davis did.
No, just great execution by Mobley. Step back 3 pulls the Crusaders within 7.
Now a 7-point differential. 11:30 to go. Smith in the paint, turn around, gets the bucket to fall. Smith wanted the foul, but he'll take the 2.
Good body control in the air as he took it from right hand to left hand and finished it at the bucket.
Mobley's going to be defended closely by Harvin. And whistles blow, and that's going to be on TJ Harvin, his first.
Harvin trying to get over top of the screen, loses his footing. And really, that's being forced by Mobley knocking down shots. You can't go under the screen right now because he's knocking them down all net.
Officials timeout. We'll take it with him. 11:06 to go here in the ball game. And don't go anywhere. It's 60-51. Southern Wesleyan holding on to the 9-point lead over North Greenville. We'll be back. Back here on the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. Cade Crenshaw alongside Chris Williams here. 11:06 to go in the second half of play. 60-51 our score. Southern Wesleyan leading North Greenville. DJ Brooks drives in, and he'll get the bucket to go off the glass and the foul.
Right now it's the Brooks and Mobley show for the Crusaders. That time Brooks able to get himself squared up. Right hand softly, actually, off the backboard, kissed it in. Trying to get the old-fashioned 3.
Brooks coming out of Hillcrest High School a few years ago, now in his senior season. Coming out of high school is ranked the number 2 recruit in the state by 24/7 Sports and the 230th player nationally. Ended up going to Mercer University. Certain things don't work out. Now he's made his way back to Tigerville. In the corner to Harvin. No good. That's going to be poked out of bounds by Conley.
12 on the shot clock here for the Warriors. Going a box set out of bounds.
Coach Pasch was calling for a reset shot clock, and he'll get it.
Yeah, he gets a good 20 here off a reset.
Lowry on the far side, drives in, gives to Ross, gets the bucket and one. And that might be the spark the Warriors offense needed after going in a little bit of a fault here as of late.
Great setup there. It all started with Simmons really doing a great job of sealing on the block early. His defender ended up on the outside of the paint. Rolls it in for the three-point play.
Smith has 9 points. They'll get it into Brooks. 10:30 to go in a 9-point ball game. Now near sideline to Ryan Mobley. Swing it back up. Conley gives back. Mobley, long-range jumper, gets the long two.
The high pick and roll action has been really good for the Crusaders here as of late.
Ross tries shaking his defender on the right side. Gives to Smith, who will get the bucket.
Smith with great hands there to be able to catch that slightly behind him and finish it at the rim.
Smith just 2 points going into halftime. He's got 9 here in the second. Mobley be whistled for the travel, and it'll be a Crusader turnover.
You can't fault Mobley there. Makes a good aggressive move into the paint. Got a little bit off balance and had to slide that back foot. But he's been money here in the second half for the Crusaders. 2-3 zone here continuing for North Greenville.
Davis on the left wing gives over to Harvin. They go inside to Smith, who stops from 10 feet out. Now back in. Ross just Smith back up. Can't get a second chance, but Harvin's there. He can't convert. Loose rebound. Harvin had it and lost it. Loose ball. It's on the floor. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds by the Warriors.
Great effort by both sides there. Guys just going hard after it. You can't blame either team there. A lot of good action, a lot of clean action there as guys just were going hard.
A lot of bodies on the floor.
Love to see that, though. Guys willing to get after it, diving for it, and then picking each other up after just good competition.
9:16 to go in the ball game. The story of the night for North Greenville has been the play of DJ Brooks and Ryan Mobley. Mobley adding 14 points on the night. And for DJ Brooks, sinking 4 3-pointers en route to a 16-point performance so far. Redding from 3 is tipped by Davis, and he'll just catch a foul there at the end of the shot.
As a former coach, that's a tough one. It seemed as though that Jacob Redding, on the completion of his shot, actually moved his body into the defender. And that's a great play on his part. Tough as a defender to get out of the way of that.
Davis will pick up his second foul. Redding's first free throw, up and good. Dunlap and Holmes return to the floor for the Warriors as Davis, after picking up his second foul, along with Quinzo Ross, head to the bench. Redding, an 83% shooter from the charity stripe through the first 6 games this season. He goes 3 for 3.
Wouldn't be surprised to see something for Jalen Lowry here, as the Crusaders likely going to start trying to clamp down on Solomon Smith inside.
6-point lead for the Warriors. Outside shot by Holmes, no good. Rebound on the floor, brought down by Smith, goes back on to the paint for Dunlap, and he goes up and is fouled. Although he's 5'10" versus the 6'4" Coakley, Dunlap is not afraid to take the ball to the hoop.
Yeah, he's a courageous guard who's able to mix it up inside, gets himself in the air, and he is strong enough to take the hit.
Coakley with his third foul of the night, as Dunlap will sink the first free throw. Now 3 for 3 in tonight's game.
41 seconds from the next media timeout.
Dunlap stays perfect on the night. 4 for 4 now.
Matchup 2-3 zone now for the Warriors.
Mobley on the left wing. Now to Brooks. They give it to Redding for the three-point shot. It's good for Jacob Redding from 3.
That's a deep ball for Redding, and he stepped right into it.
He's got 12. Lowry now at the top of the key. Swings left side to Holmes. Goes back to Dunlap. Far side to Harvin. They go inside to Smith. Looks for an outlet pass. Finds Lowry. Looked at the 3. Now the corner to open. TJ Dunlap. Count it in the books. Dunlap good from 3.
Excellent ball movement by the Warriors. Not the best pass, but the better pass.
17 points now for Dunlap. Mobley on the left wing. 7:34 to go. Next dead ball will have a timeout. Tip ball. And somehow Coakley came away with it. Can't get the second chance bucket to fall. And Harvin will move up the floor. Now in the corner. Kick it back outside. They had Harvin open the right wing, but Dunlap couldn't get the pass over. Had traffic. Dunlap drives in. Foul on the floor before the shot. And that's going to be an official's timeout. 7:12 to go in the ball game. Southern Wesleyan leading 70-62. Stay tuned. More Warrior basketball still to come right here on the SWU Sports Network.
A trip to McAllister's is like visiting a lifelong friend. One who believes the recipe for good times calls for heartfelt conversation over a handcrafted meal. Knows just how you like your tea. Always has a refill ready. And welcomes every guest with their favorite food made to order. The kind of friend who is always up for trying something new. And who you can count on for that familiar feeling of home. McAllister's Deli. Great food brings us together.
Back here on the SWU Sports Network, your home for Warrior basketball. Kate Crenshaw alongside Chris Williams. 7:12 remaining in the ball game as the Warriors are holding on to an 8-point lead.
That'd be interesting to see here if Dunlap can knock these down. The Warriors will go into any kind of full court pressure. See if they can speed this game up again.
1-for-1 shot, no good. I believe it's going to be a jump ball awarded to the Warriors. Great heads-up play there from Dunlap to go and grab his own miss off the front of the rim, able to cause some havoc on the floor and regain possession.
Looks like we're finally ready to go here. We got the moisture up off the floor. And we're trying to get the shot clock right.
Adjusted the shot clock down to 20 seconds here off of the missed free throw. Dunlap at the top of the key. Gets a screen from Smith. Back outside to Holmes in the corner to Harvin. Holmes gives way to Dunlap. Looked at the three, but Brooks is there. Harvin from three. He got it. The Warriors take that lead back to double digits.
Again, good unselfish play by the Warriors. They swing it all the way around and then all the way back to Harvin, who got his feet set and knocked her down. Warriors back to a man-to-man defense.
That three is way off the mark from Conley. Rebound by the Warriors. 6:30 to go.
North Greenville stays in there 2-3. Right now the Warriors need to attack the seam.
Harvin looked to drive inside, kicks it back out. Smith now in the corner. Dunlap from three. No good. Just over the head of Smith goes the rebound. The Crusaders will be on the attack.
Nice rebound there by Coakley for the Crusaders.
Redding looked at the three. Instead, drives inside. His shot's going to be deflected from Cameron Holmes.
Holmes stayed on the floor and just extended the arm and got the block shot. 11-point lead here for the Warriors, and see what kind of set they'll run.
Offense is now set for Coach Pasco's squad. Harvin on the left side. They try going into Smith. That pass will be deflected out of bounds by Conley.
Really not a good pass into the post there as the defender's arm rests right around the midsection of your body. That's got to be a bounce pass into the post.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. Stay tuned to more Warrior basketball still to come right here on the SWU Sports Network. Back here on the SWU Sports Network for Conference Carolinas action between the Southern Wesleyan Warriors and the North Greenville Crusaders. 5:30 remaining here in the ball game. And SWU holding on to an 11-point lead alongside Chris Williams. I'm Cade Crenshaw. As Dunlap will get the inbounds pass. Throws up a three-point shot. No good. Try to beat the shot clock there. Nearly had his own rebound, and he'll get the steal. Loose ball, and Dunlap will bring it up. Off the leg of Zick. It's a little street basketball there.
Little sloppy there. Both teams just trying to figure out who wanted possession.
Clenzo Ross will take it out of bounds.
Crusaders now stretched out to a man-to-man defense here at the 5-minute mark.
Ross drives in the paint, kicks back outside. That's Harvin. It was deflected, but Smith's there for the putback.
Smith always seems to be in the right spot.
He has 13 points on the night.
May have a double-double with rebounds.
In the corner to Jamison. His shot's no good. He's fallen quiet since the first half. Harvin nearly lost his dribble, and that's going to be a jump ball going to North Greenville.
Tried to get a timeout called there, but could never get a clear possession and really a visual with the referee to get the timeout called. 4:32 left here in this contest. as Jalen Lowry comes in for Harvin.
You bring up the double-double possible for Solomon Smith. Right now sitting at 5 rebounds, but 4.5 minutes is plenty of time to grab 5 more for Solomon Smith. Up the floor now for the Warriors comes Dunlap.
Watch a little screen coming far side.
Gives it left to Dunlap. He'll drive in,
Nice.
kick it outside to Lowry from 3, no good. Rebound from Conley.
Good penetration and skip pass for a wide open Lowry.
Jamison tries putting one off the glass. Rebounded by Smith.
Only 4 more to go.
4 more rebounds until a double-double. Dunlap found an open lane, takes it to the rim, and puts it off the glass. So Jay Dunlap continues to have a great game for the Warriors. He now has 22 points. Conley responds on the other end. His first bucket of the night.
Dunlap a little winded right now after that explosion to the rim last possession.
Ross on the left side as Warriors lead by 13. Just over 3 minutes to go in the ball game. They go inside to Dunlap, back outside to Lowry from 3, no good. Off the front of the rim. Uncharacteristic for Jalen Lowry there to struggle from the outside. Conley takes it inside, gets the bucket to fall, and will draw the foul.
Conley just good action off the ball there, able to open up and be available for the pass. Accepts the pass and finishes strong at the rack. Puts his Crusaders in a better position here with 2:44 left in the contest.
Timeout on the floor, we'll take it with them. 2:44 remaining in the ball game, and the Warriors lead 77-66, an 11-point differential here in a conference game. Stay tuned, more Warrior basketball still to come right here on the Swoosh Sports Network.
A trip to McAllister's is like visiting a lifelong friend, one who believes that good times call for heartfelt conversation over a handcrafted meal, and who you can count on for that familiar feeling of home. McAllister's Deli. Great food brings us together.
Back here on the Swoosh Sports Network, 2:44 remaining in the ball game as the Warriors are leading North Greenville. 77-66, an 11-point differential as Joe Conley will step to the free throw line.
Warriors got to take care of every possession, run some clock, get a good look, and then finish off on the defensive end.
Free throws no good from Conley.
Probably some high pick and roll here for the Warriors. And they're going to get Lowry for a moving screen as Smith went just a touch early as Lowry couldn't get cleared out of the way and gets called for the moving screen.
And you can see the displeasure on the face of Nick Pascal and his body language on the bench. With Jalen Lowry's both offensive struggles and the offensive miscue on the previous play. DJ Brooks now goes inside to Conley. He'll give the handoff to Mobley, who's had the hot hand tonight. Loses his grasp, and it's going to be intercepted almost by T.J. Harvin.
Unfortunate there for Mobley as he had his step back jumper ready to roll, loses possession.
Holmes still looking for his first points of the night. Gives way to Harvin now. Catches a screen from Smith. Holmes is going to be whistled for the travel. Tried faking out his defender and simply slipped.
What I have liked about Holmes' game tonight, regardless of his scoring or lack of scoring tonight, is that he's been unselfish and has given up the next pass to the next available shooter.
Holmes will take a seat as Hunter Davis returns to action.
So it looks like the Warriors will stay in their half-court man-to-man defense, switching at the three-point line. With Solomon kind of playing a cornerback feel in the paint.
Brooks with a running jumper, no good off the back rim. 3 Warriors in the area, and Smith will bring it down. 3 more rebounds for Smith, and he'll have a double-double. 3 more rebounds as well for Tajay Dunlap, and he'll have a double-double himself. Smith looked at the 3, brings it back over now into the hands of Harvin. Dunlap spins on his defender, 4 seconds on the shot clock, gets the bucket to go and make it 24 on the night for Tajay Dunlap.
Good transition offense for the Crusaders and a quick timeout by Coach Lister. So it's 79-68, a timeout called by North Greenville.
Chris, you've been in the shoes of a coach here with 1:09 left, and you have an 11-point lead. What are you saying to your guys now that you kind of have control of this game and not letting it slip away?
Well, right now it's keeping possession. And in particular on this offensive set, North Greenville's got to take chances. And so right now you don't need to make a needless pass. If you have possession, go ahead and dribble it out and only give it up when you have to. Sometimes guys get a little bit nervous and pass happy in these situations, and that's where you get the easy turnover, and the offense is then turned over to the Crusaders, and they get an easy bucket. On the defensive end, the Crusaders do want that. They want to try to push up, force you into being uncomfortable, not controlling possession, either with the bounce or off of any kind of pick and roll pass. And North Greenville is going to have to either pick one off or they're going to need to start fouling.
69 seconds remain on the clock here as Jalen Lowry will have the inbounds pass for the Warriors, up 11. Lowry gets to bring it up the floor here. Tries to break that full court pressure, and he does.
Excellent job keeping possession instead of giving it up early.
53 seconds now, 13 on the shot clock. Dunlap to Ross. And the Warriors simply keeping the ball outside until Lowry's able to make a move and drive in and get the bucket. His first points of the second half. Redding gets the shot to fall, and according to the referee, will draw contact.
Yeah, I know I'm for the home team here, but there was maybe a butterfly in between the ball and his hand. That was pretty weak.
2 fouls on Clenzo Ross. Redding sinks the bucket.
Again, possession's key. Even if you get yourself into a double team, it's your ball on the jump ball. Dunlap does a nice job of maintaining possession. Could have given it up on a try to make some fancy pass out of that double team. He keeps it, stays strong with the dribble, and draws the foul.
Dunlap will head to the line now. And a 1-and-1 opportunity.
That should really be it. 10 points. It's 4-possession game. You would expect Dunlap to knock these down.
Dunlap 4 for 4 on the night, shooting 91% on the season from the charity stripe. First free throw is up and good off the front rim. Now an 11-point lead.
A little victory tonight's going to give the Warriors a 2-0 spot in Conference Carolinas play. a big one on the road. Any game you win on the road in Conference Carolina play is big. So to be 1-1 on the road, 1 at home, it's a good spot for the Warriors.
Second one is missed from Dunlap. A big three from DJ Brooks is no good. Mobley rebounds, takes it back up, gets the shot to go, and the foul. Solomon Smith will pick up his first of the night with a few ticks under 22 seconds remaining. And that'll send Ryan Mobley to the free throw line. If the Warriors are able to seal this one, they'll take a break with a 2-0 conference lead and head back into non-conference action on the road at USC Aiken, coming up on December the 7th at 3:30. North Greenville, they continue their conference slate on the road at Erskine College on December the 3rd at 7:30 p.m. Whistles blow before the pass.
Right now the Warriors need to be a little more disciplined on the defensive end. If you're going to give up the shot, go ahead and just allow it to go in and stay on the floor. Right now it's 2 back-to-back fouls by the Warriors because of them getting in the air.
TJ Harvin misses free throw off the front of the rim, and those are going to be critical here down the stretch. 15 seconds remain. Brooks from 3, no good. Rebound Ross. And he's going to evade defenders and evade a foul. And, folks, that's going to do it. As the final seconds tick off of the game clock, the Southern Wesleyan Warriors pick up the win. Their 5th of the season. They move to 2-0 in conference play with an 82-74 win over the North Greenville Crusaders.
Yeah, just great action tonight. I thought it was a well-played game by both teams. Strategy for the Warriors, I think, really held true in the second half as it got late, where the Warriors' depth really outdid the Crusaders. They just had fresher legs, able to knock down more shots, and the Warriors hang on to it. Proud of the way the guys are playing, the way Coach Pasqua's got them disciplined, committed, and all in. It's just great to see here in historic Tysinger.
Now 4 straight wins for the Warriors. Folks, we appreciate you tuning in to our broadcast this evening. For Chris Williams, I'm Kay Crenshaw. We hope you all enjoy the rest of your week. Have a happy Thanksgiving. And as always, remember to smile. Good night, everyone.